Srimad Bhagavatam, skand3, canto 3 or volume 3, chapter 5, from sloka 18 onwards. So here Sage Maitra ji has said, and Sage Maitra ji is saying to Vidurji, Respected Vidurji, you have indeed thought very good about the welfare of the mankind and asked such wonderful questions. Your conscience is always focused on the devotion of the Supreme Lord, and therefore there will be a lot of goodwill for you. Who is going to explain? Who is going to explain?
Me.
Tejas. Tejas.
No. Ma'am, so in this shloka, it's Maitreya is telling to Vidurji that he asks these questions for the benefit of mankind. Ma'am, because he knows that, ma'am, like once he asks these questions, he'll answer it, and then humans will actually study it. Ma'am, so he's asking it for not for himself, ma'am, but for the benefit of mankind. Ma'am, and he's saying that his consciousness is always towards helping, giving devotion to the Lord Sri Krishna and spreading the knowledge.
Thank you. Now Shloka 19. Being the son of Sri Vyasdev, it is no surprise that you have voluntarily and exclusively taken the shelter of the Supreme Lord. Shravan,
Ma'am, okay, repeat this one now.
I should repeat? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Sage Maitreya ji is saying to Vidurji that being the son of Sri Vyasdev ji, there is no surprise that Vidurji has voluntarily and exclusively taken shelter of the Supreme Lord.
Yes, ma'am. So in this sloka, it's being said that since he is the son of Vyasji, Vidurji has gone and taken the shelter of Lord Shri Krishna.
Thank you. Now, Sloka 20. Aishwarya, it is your turn. You are none other than Lord Yamraj, and you had to take the birth of Vidur due to the curse from sage Mandvya. As a result, you were born to the wife to Vedvya's brother, Vichitra Virya's wife, by the way of surrogacy. Here it is been explained how Vidurji was born, why Vidurji was born, and which god is Vidurji. बोलिए.
Can I explain?
Wait, Aishwarya turn. Aishwarya,
What, ma'am?
explain.
Ma'am, I couldn't listen to you. I only heard the last line.
ठीक है.
You were talking about Vidhurji, something like that.
Ma'am, can I
Because,
explain?
was
Yeah,
I
Tejas, please explain.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, so in this shloka, basically, ma'am, what Maharaj is saying that, ma'am, so he is basically God Yamraj, ma'am, and he came down due to a curse from the sage Mandavya, ma'am, and he was born. That's why he was born to so Vedvya's Ji's brothers, ma'am. What
And
was his name?
Vedvyasji's brother name was Vichitra Virya.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so he was born to Vichitra Virya's wife as Vidurji. Ma'am, so yes, ma'am. That's all. That's what, ma'am. They're kind of telling like why Vidurji or God Yamraj is on earth and what was his like previous incarnation about the curse, the sage, and everything.
Very good.
Thank you,
Now
ma'am.
Shloka 21. You are always dear to Supreme Lord and to all his devotees. That is the reason why Sri Krishna
Excuse
ji
me,
asked.
ma'am.
Huh?
Can you please repeat the meaning of the shloka?
I am telling now, you listen.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Shloka 21. You are always dear to the Supreme Lord and to all his devotees. That is the reason why Sri Krishna ji asked me to give you the knowledge when he was departing to his eternal abode.
What is eternal abode?
Eternal abode is Supreme Lord's abode,
With what abode? What?
heaven.
Oh, okay.
Abode is house. Abode means what? House. And it is used for the Lord. If so, we don't say ki na Shri Krishna ji's house. We say it is the Supreme Lord's or Shri Krishna ji's abode. So every god has their own abode. We call it as heaven.
Okay, ma'am.
Huh.
Should I explain?
Yes.
So, saying that you are dear to Shri Krishna ji always, and Shri Krishna ji told me to tell you this. Uh, and then, ma'am, what was about Shri Krishna ji's abode?
So Sri Krishna ji has told Maitreya ji to give the supreme knowledge to Vidur ji before leaving to his supreme abode. So it is the departing from the earth and going to his supreme abode.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Shloka 22, Shravan, it is your turn. Therefore I shall now tell you how the creation, sustenance and destruction occur by the Yog Maya of the Supreme Lord and his various incarnations and pastimes. Shravan, very easy one.
Okay, in this shloka it means that I'm now going to explain all the Mayas and the Leela of Lord Sri Krishna.
I am going to explain.
Um,
Maitreya ji is going to give the knowledge to Vidurji.
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Now Shloka 23, Aishwarya, it is your turn.
Okay,
Before the process of creation began, the Supreme Lord Soul, which is the master soul for all the souls, existed as a single entity. There was neither a subject nor an object. It was this way because he wished to be it this way. So, what does it mean? Maitreya ji is telling about the first thing, what was there in the beginning. It was there that it was only the master soul was there. It was neither an object nor a subject. And now we are subject and object is what? It is the creation, this universe. So basically, there was nothing when only the Supreme Lord Soul was there, and He is the master soul of all the living beings. Aishwarya,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
come on, explain.
Uh, Ma'am, can you repeat the last line that you said? At last,
Ma'am,
what you said?
Yeah, Tejas.
I heard
ma'am,
the
isn't it my turn?
Yeah, okay, Tejas, you explain. Aishwarya, listen to the next meaning properly. Tell
okay.
Tejas.
Okay, ma'am, so in this shloka, Maharaj is telling to Vidurji that at the first, ma'am, beginning when there was nothing, ma'am, no like world, heaven, materialistic things, nothing, ma'am, not even a body. Ma'am, that time there was a great super soul, ma'am, the master soul, which was basically Lord Shri Krishna, ma'am, which had all the souls, ma'am, and there was nothing, and ma'am, there was nothing only because he wished it. Only because he wished it had to be like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one. As a
Me,
huh?
me.
Listen. As a result, whatever he saw was only him and nothing else. You know? Because there was nothing, there was only the Supreme Soul, the Master Soul. So whatever Sri Krishna ji was seeing, it was only Sri Krishna ji. He started to feel that he is non-existent. It was due to the fact that his energies and powers were asleep, whereas his conscious was awake. So because of that, because Sri Krishna ji was idle, he was not doing anything. So all his powers, energies were also asleep. They were not in use. So what happened? If we don't use a machine, it will be off, है ना? If we don't use a machine, what will happen? It is off.
And if we are not using it for a long time, it would be rusty.
Haan. And it looks like it is sleeping. So same way Shri Krishna ji was also feeling that his energies and no powers are all asleep. Just his consciousness is awake. है ना?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, alright, done.
Okay, so ma'am, basically in the shloka is told that before this whole world was made, wherever Sri Krishna ji was living, there were no humans at that time. Only Sri Krishna ji was there. Wherever he looked around, he only saw himself, his powers, and everything of himself only. But like you gave an example, if we don't use something for a long time, it's turned off. It's like I said, it's rusty after some time. So same like that, Sri Krishna ji was feeling because his powers was not in use, and he needed to use his powers in some way, and only his consciousness was awake. Everything else was turned off logically. So yeah, ma'am, that's what's it is.
Thank you. Now Shloka 25, Shravan, your turn. This
Yes,
power by which one does the research or tries to find out the logic between the subject and object is the energy of Maya or illusion. So, what is the Maya or illusion? It is the power who does the research or who tries to find the logic between subject and object. Hey Vidurji, with the power of this energy or illusion or Maya only, Supreme Lord created this universe. Come on, Shravan, your turn.
yes, ma'am. So Maya is the logic which people do the research for to find the logic between the object and the subject.
Okay. And this universe is created with the help of that Maya.
The Maya of Lord Sri Krishna.
Very good. Thank you. Now Shloka 26 stages.
Ma'am,
Thereafter, huh?
ma'am, I didn't understand the previous shloka much.
See, here Maitreya ji is telling to Vidurji that uh, it is the Maya or the illusion or the Yog Maya which with the help of which Sri Krishna ji has created this universe.
Ma'am, that's it.
Huh.
Oh, okay,
Huh.
ma'am.
So it is that power. So and it is not that no, so yeah, basically it is that the with the energy of that Yog Maya, Sri Krishna ji has created this universe. Now Shloka 26. Thereafter, when the three gunas present in the nature were, were disturbed by the force of time, the Supreme Lord placed himself in the Purush or the Supreme Personalities of gods. So, what is this? Did you understand?
Ma'am, I understood. Ma'am, so ma'am, Madraji is saying that, ma'am, so once the three qualities, the Rajoguna, Tamoguna, and Satvaguna, when they were disturbed by time, ma'am, that time Lord Sri Krishna placed himself in Purush, or the Supreme Personality, as gods.
Very good.
Thank you,
Now,
ma'am.
Shloka 27. Aishwarya, your turn.
Okay, ma'am.
Later, as the time passed, To remove the confusion and darkness between science and ignorance, the Supreme Lord manifested the Mahatattva, meaning the gross and the subtle body, including the three modes of gunas present in the nature. Come on.
Ma'am, what present in the nature?
Three gunas.
Okay. So over here in the shloka is said to remove all this confusion, the difference between science and ignorance and everything. Shri Krishna ji found the three gunas of life.
He then manifested. Then Supreme
Manifested
Lord
them.
manifested Mahatattva.
Mahatattva. Okay.
That is what?
Gross,
Uh,
gross, what?
gross body and subtle body,
Gross body and separate body.
including the three gunas.
Okay.
Okay, now Shloka 28 and 29 together. Shravan, your turn. Thereafter, with the passage of time, the body of the Supreme Lord took forms. So, now as the time was passing, Supreme Lord body was taking the form. Then, with the passage of time and the evolution of the Mahatattva, the evolution of ego happened, wherein Adi Devik, that is the doer, then Adi Bhautik, that is the action, and Adi Dev, the cause originated, which are controlled by the mind, body, and senses. So, first, the subtle body, gross body formed, then the gunas were formed, then the ego was formed, then the doer came into existence, then the action and the cause, and which was controlled by mind, body, and the senses. Mind, soul, and the senses. Sorry. So it is been told like step by step everything came into existence. It is not that everything once that all came. So everything was coming one after the another. Shravan. Okay, Shravan is not. Tejas, can you tell?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, so in the shloka it said that, ma'am, so after more time, Lord Shri Krishna's body became started to take more form, and ma'am, the Mahatattva also progressed. Ma'am, then after that, the Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, and ma'am, Adhyatmic,
Adhyatmik.
right?
Very good, Adhyatmik.
Ma'am, so that, ma'am, what happened with that? I didn't understand that part.
Then they also appeared.
Oh, yes, ma'am, they also appeared, and the progression of ego also happened.
Correct. So
Thank you, ma'am.
first what came? Subtle body and the
Gross.
gross body. With that, the three modes of gunas came into existence. Then after that, ego happened, ego evoluted. Then the doer, that is Adi Devik, then the action, that is Adi Bhautik, and the cause, which is Adi Dev. They all originated. And they all were, they need to be controlled, right? If otherwise, they will go somewhere or the other. So, for that controlling, mind, soul, and senses appeared.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. ठीक है. Now, Shloka 30. The ego is of three forms, namely the sattvic, the rajasic, and the tamasic. Accordingly, from the sattvic ego originated knowledge, the gods presiding over the senses, etc. This is easy one. Who is going to tell? Shravan, you are there.
Me.
Aishwarya, Tejas, you only.
Not me only.
Yeah.
Ma'am, it was just did it.
but nobody is there. Aishwarya left. Come on, Shravan, you, Tejas, you tell, then we will end the class.
Okay, so ma'am, in this shloka it said that. What? I'm sorry, I suddenly forgot.
No problem. Here it is been said
Uh,
that ego is of three forms. Ego
okay.
is of three forms. So, what are those three forms? It is sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic.
Tamasic.
So, according to sattvic, what will happen?
Goodness.
Goodness, and people will get knowledge. So, according to sattvic ego,
Equal.
originated knowledge, the gods presiding over the senses, etc.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
ठीक है. So,
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am, I suddenly just